I'm Erica, also known as E.MoniQue, and this is my real life. Hang out with me as I side-eye the ups and stumble through the downs. Watch as I turn my tiny piece of the Arizona desert into a tropical oasis. Fight to beat infertility and figure out where I fit as an artist in this crazy creative world. All while awkwardly discovering my authentic self. I'll be talking out loud about the things I wish someone would have said a while ago and sorting through what I wish I didn't know. Who knows? Maybe you can relate, as I often ask myself.
To tear this up right now, something fierce. I'm not having the best day today. I'm not feeling good all of a sudden this evening. Today was a shit show of a Monday, and I just was not with it. I came home today and sat right here on this couch. And then after watching a couple vegan cooking videos, I was inspired to get my ass back up and do self-care, self-love, and prepare myself some food. I tried that shit yesterday. I don't know what I did yesterday, but I was indeed on my feet all day, but I feel like I accomplished nothing. That includes making the rest of my meal. All I did yesterday was manage to make these tofu nuggets, which they are an acquired taste, but with this Chick-fil-A barbecue sauce, baby, I'm good. So I'm having that, and I've prepped my greens. I've got, 4 types of greens in here. I've got my regular kale. I've got my lacinato kale. I've got, what you call that shit? Romaine lettuce that was kind of like leftover, but still good. And the rest of my Swiss chard. So I've got 4 different leaves in here, and I cannot wait. I massaged it with some lemon juice. I've got a little bit of Skinny Girl Dijon mustard on there. And then I put the rest of my vegetables in this delicious and flavorful farro salad. I boiled it with a little bit of a bouillon for flavor. Added some an Italian mix, a spicy Italian mix that I love. Put a little bit of garlic, put a little bit of onion, paprika, what else? Oh, a little teeny bit of lemon pepper. And then, that's what I'm missing is my seeds, but for another time, this is fine how it is. I wanted to put chia seeds and flax seeds on one of these. It was most likely going to be this. The remaining corner of my feta, I diced up some green bell pepper, a little bit of yellow sweet peppers, the rest of my tomatoes, and a whole cucumber. And when I tell you the flavors on this is so good, it's so motherfucking good. Anyways, I'm finally sitting in perfect time because I'm hurting. My hips are hurting. I'm cramping. And that's a whole different thing. So I'm about to eat and relax my body and just take care of myself. So this is what I'm having for dinner tonight. So good. And it's about to rain. I think this might be the first rain of monsoon in my city, in my part of town. So yay.
Should have moved her to Atlanta General when we had the chance.
Hey. Hey, y'all. What was that? My phone is glitching. It keeps trying to record before I'm even ready to, so I don't know. Good afternoon. It is the middle of the week and the middle of the day, and I am reflecting. I am just taking it all in. I just talked to Jackie, and I have to be reminded to listen to the weird, pay attention to what doesn't make sense, because those are my red flags. And apparently I have a really, really good radar, but I don't listen to it. I don't question it. I don't listen to it. I question it. I like go against it rather than letting it work for me, because I don't know why, but that's something that I would like to. I can't guarantee that it will be a consistent thing, because again, I already have to be reminded that what doesn't feel right, what doesn't feel like natural or normal or just odd, like I'm not putting that together as like a sign that something's wrong. I'm trying to figure out why it's weird. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give specific examples because they're very personal, and I'm just not. But there's two people in my world that are giving off red flags. And I am needing to accept that they are those and kind of like make my next move based on that realization. And when I say like recognize that the weird things are my like alerts, alarms blaring, I don't mean like eccentric. I don't mean quirky. I mean when I have to sit back and be like, what just happened? Or like, what's going on? Or question like, well, why? Question the backwardness of any situation or conversation or anything. When I come to that point where I'm just like, what? And I'm thinking about it, that's what's weird. When somebody does something or says something just weird, I have to like pay attention to those in a different way, because obviously they stand out to me, and I'm just like, I don't understand why this is happening, and I go into like questioning myself, and in actuality, my system is working just fine. It's like a warning sign, like, hey, this isn't working. Leave me alone. People are always texting me about pizza and stuff. Who cares? We're not doing that. I don't want to. Anyways, I don't know what I'm trying to say. The way that I like sorted it out in my head before pressing record was like perfect, and now that I'm talking out loud, it's not fucking making sense. But this is also like really deep for me, because one of the blaring red flags that has been blaring for quite some time, and I'm talking years, like I don't necessarily want, like, while I can accept the relationship ending, like I'm okay with that, like I've been made my peace with that. While that is okay, I don't necessarily want them not in my life anymore. It's just like, we don't have to be this anymore, or whatever this is. Like, we don't have to do it. But it also makes me feel sick to my stomach to think that they would not be in my life anymore. So I have to figure that out. And I've been knowing for quite some time, and right around the time that I lost my last relationship. And when I say relationship, I mean relationship. I don't necessarily mean like romantic partners or whatever. Any relationship in my world, that could be a family connection, that could be a work connection, that could be a friend connection, that could be a romantic connection, it could be anything. Relationships are relationships. So don't think one way or the other. But when I lost my last relationship, I was fine with it. I said what I needed to say. I got it off my chest. And the response to that was where we are now, which is nowhere. And while that was like a little bit difficult to adjust to for a while, I adjusted and I accepted it, and like, I'm okay. This particular one, like, I'm shedding. I only had so many relationships. How should I say this? I only had so many close connections as it was, okay? And so lost one, down to the next set, right? Now I feel like I'm losing another, and that's going to be inevitable, whether it happens right now or down the line. That's going to be inevitable. And like I said, I've made my peace with it. I just, that's kind of hard, because I don't know, thought that we were closer than what I am feeling that we are now. And I'm kind of like down to one quality, mature, experienced, substantial connection. And that makes me a little bit nervous, because I don't necessarily want to rely on them for anything other than being the pillar example of like what I need in future relationships. But I'm basically down to like nothing, and I'm needing to build new relationships, which I am. But I'm using this one remaining pillar as like the standard of what I need in a relationship going forward when I meet new people. And it just sucks to kind of get to this place where you're like starting completely over, versus just kind of like swapping, like people coming in and out of your life, but you always have like a flow of people around you, and someone's coming in and out all the time, but you always have like enough. Okay, well, I started without you. I got a call, and that lasted a while. And then I got another call from the very person that I was talking about before I got interrupted. It must be just that day where everybody's spidey senses are up, and like, I don't know. I kind of love it when this happens, where I'm feeling a way and I'm in my head and in my heart about stuff, and then like out of nowhere, people, just my loved ones, come to the rescue. And that's what is happening today. So I might have another interruption if said person calls me back, because we're playing phone tag right now. But I started without you. I am sitting, and I didn't say this, but I'm sitting with a mess now. But my 4 lemon trees have been struggling, and before I totally lose all the leaves, I have repotted them. They started off in these small little things. Lemon trees grow fast and they like a lot of space, so I'm learning. So I've taken them out of that small pot and put them into, oh, there she goes. Hi. This is like an a pause between, let me just say this. It's 2 days later, and I can barely think right now, so I don't remember really what I was trying to say the other night, but I will circle back to that and finish up my thoughts on whatever the fuck was going on 2 days ago. It was a day, so we'll circle back. But right now, today, in this moment, I cannot. First of all, I have a headache because my hair is up, and it's like, I used to wear my hair tightly bunned all the time, but I also had headaches all the time, and I thought it was something else. And then since I've cut my hair many times, I've not been able to bun it tight. But when I even do something like this, which is tight, it's a thick band for like braids or dreads or something. It's one thick band, and it's wrapped around once. It's not doubled or tripled or anything like that. It's just around here one time. And the way that my head is hurting, and the last time I did this, my head was pounding for like 2 days. So it's like my hair can't even handle being up for even like a day. Anyways, it's hard for me to think because like it's over here and it's like pulling in my shoulder. Again, nothing is tight. Like I've stretched. I've rested my eyes from my computer. I'm turning, I'm moving, and it's just like, it's not anything but this thing. But I can't take this off until later on tonight. Anyways, today I am like filled with like anxiety regarding this. It's the end of June. My consultation for this fertility center here in Arizona is in a couple weeks, and I need to fucking determine if I'm going to cancel or not. I've told everybody that I've made the decision that I'm going to cancel it, and I'm just going to stay with LIC and just do my thing because I'm familiar. I know that. But there's still something that's like holding on to me for dear life, and it's making me think like, bitch, not yet. Don't cancel yet. Don't cancel yet. Because again, I've been waiting months for this consultation. And it's like, as soon as I call and tell them that I don't want the spot, they will fucking take me off the spot so quick and put somebody else. And then if I want to get back, I'm going to have to wait in line for another several months. So I'm like, ugh. But at the same time, this morning, I reached out to my insurance company again. I'm sure I've asked them like 5 times, but whatever. I reached out to them this morning and I was like, I need to find out if this consultation is covered and like how. Because if it was covered, I didn't want them to take it from my fertility benefit. I wanted them to cover it from my regular health insurance, like my regular medical insurance. And for a virtual consultation with a doctor, despite the field, it is covered. But here's where I keep fucking forgetting. The consultation fee would apply to my deductible, which I'm nowhere near meeting. And then after my deductible is met, then any costs after that, again, it's the 20% coinsurance if it's in network. If it's out of network, it's a 40% coinsurance. And there's no copay, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, cool. But then I was like, fucking wait, bitch. Your deductible is not met. So you're going to pay the cost of the consultation out of pocket because you haven't met your deductible, which is $2,000 $2,000. And I was like, okay, but they're in network, so that's a plus. But all that aside, like, it is the middle of the year, and I've like put $100 towards my deductible, and it's $2,000. Do I want to rack up $2,000 worth of bills starting the middle of the year to meet my deductible before the year runs? You know what I'm saying? Like, you meet your deductible, you try to meet your deductible at the beginning of the year. That way, everything after that, the remainder of the year, can be paid by insurance. You don't meet your deductible at the end of the year for it to fucking start all over again in January. And then you have to start all over. So I'm pretty sure the fee is $300 for this virtual consultation. Again, for them to tell me, you're probably not for us. Or for me to say, you're probably not the doctor that I need, like I fucking knew. It's $300 for that conversation out of pocket. For me to just be like, still as nervous as I am now about spending the rest of my fertility benefit in state on these doctors who say that they can. Like, I'm just so nervous about that. But also it's like, what if they fucking can? And another thing that's really been messing me up is that I'm in this diminished ovarian reserve Facebook group of like women from around the world who are like me. And I'm so grateful that my friend added me to this group, because it has been a gem. It has been a wealth of knowledge. I go in there and I just read all day long. I just read other people's situations, and I look at their AMH and their numbers and their protocols, and I'm like, damn, if they can do it, I can do it. People talking about, I'm sitting here with my 2-month-old baby. I'm sitting here with my 10-month-old baby, and my AMH was trash, and my doctor said donor. Like, all of the shits that I've been told, I'm seeing people with babies. So I'm like, LIC can't be the only ones who can do this. Obviously, they're not. People around the world are having success. So it's like, maybe that's what I need to do. Sorry for the shakiness. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to post in the group and ask them if anybody in this group has had success with an Arizona doctor with low AMH. That's what I fucking need to know. Because Canada is not helping me. Virginia is not helping me. Like, these places that are so far away, not helping. I need to know if somebody in Arizona has helped me, because I know there's other doctors in Cali that can do this too, I think. I don't know. I looked into it and I was just like a little bit nervous, but now I'm like second guessing, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do. If I'm going to give up my spot, or if I'm going to pay the $300 to find out whatever the fuck I'm going to find out with these people. But I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I'm stressed again also because it's end of the year plans. It's like, what am I going to do? Am I going to move to another place that I hate and give up my spot? See, I'm seeing a trend here. Like, I'm so scared to give up my spot in many different aspects. I'm afraid to give up my spot in line with this new place. I'm afraid to give up my apartment that I freaking love and the area that I quite enjoy. I even have anxiety around this end of the year trip. Like, all of a sudden I'm like, while I want to go, I want to have a good time, but I'm going to be afraid to have a good time. Because I don't want to like undo the work that I've been doing the past several months to like keep myself healthy. And so having a good time is basically drinking on the beach, right? I'm afraid to go and then just decide that I'm just not going to drink, and I don't want to be the party pooper. Not to say that I'm going to like binge drink for the sake of not being the party pooper. I don't give a fuck. But at the same time, I kind of do. It's just like, how can I compromise with myself about the time that I'm going to have? You know? obvious options are to have a drink here and there, but like you don't have to get what's the term? Wasted. You don't have to get wasted every single night as soon as you touch down. It's fine. Like you can have a drink, you can like enjoy yourself, but you don't have to totally wreck your body. And you don't have to fucking cancel your trip because of that, you know? Gosh. I'm just like, I don't know, I'm afraid of everything right now. I've changed my schedule with Jackie, so I'm not seeing her as often as I've been used to for the past 6 months. So I think that change is kind of making me feel a little nervous, but at the same time, I am fully capable and equipped to just handle shit without her. Like, I'm not dependent on her. A lot of the stuff, like, I know already, and I just need to like be reminded of it, or I need to remind myself, or I need to continue my own work. Just whatever. When my boss asked me yesterday if I was coming into the office today, I should have said no. But I was like, it's Friday, like nothing special is going on. Of course I'm coming into work. But I fucking should have said no. Because my mind is everywhere. And I haven't really been able to focus all week. I did take melatonin last night, which it's supposed to be so good for you for like fertility and stuff, and maybe it's just the kind that I'm taking. The kind that I have is from Sprouts, but this melatonin fucks me up. Like it disrupts my sleep, and then I feel weird the next day, and it's not even that much. It's only like 3 milligrams. Anyways, it's really, I'm freaking out because my head hurts. And I need to like go to Target and get Tylenol because I don't want to take this aspirin. Maybe I could take the aspirin. It's a blood thinner though. I could probably take the aspirin and shut the fuck up. But I also need the correct sunscreen from Target. Like the kind that I like, I've only been able to find it in Target. And it is by Hawaiian Tropics. And it's the Coral Reef Safe sunblock. And it does amazing for my skin. And I love it. And not everybody has it. And I need it. Because the shit that I bought from Coppertone the other week, I hate it. It like rolls up, it sits on my skin. I hate it. I hate the feeling of it. And it's not Coral Reef Safe. So I need to go to Target, but I don't need to go to Target right now. I need to go back to work and finish the day, but I don't want to because I'm already irritated. Did I tell you about the birth control situation? I don't think I did. I think I was starting to, and then, like, I got a bunch of calls, and I just couldn't come back to what I was doing, or saying. So, I decided to get on birth control for multiple reasons, right? One was, I don't want to have a period. Like, I did not want to go through the post-miscarriage periods. Like, I went through one, and it was supposed to last, like, anywhere from 1 to 3. I went through one, and I was like, I'm not fucking doing, like, I can't handle this. So, she put me on birth control for that, because I asked. And then I also asked her about, like, my hormonal fluctuations and mood swings. And although she's like, well, we're not going to prescribe you birth control for mood swings, and she was also like, and then psychiatrist is not going to prescribe you birth control for mood swings. So, like, I'll give this to you for other reasons, but just to let you know. So I was like, those 2 things I care about. And then, like, the third thing was, I don't need to ovulate for no reason while I'm, like, healing and trying to figure out my next steps. I need to try and preserve my eggs. So, like, I don't want to have a period every single month, losing my egg stores until I figure out whenever I'm going to start. So those reasons, right? And I've been on it consistently since February. How the fuck about I get to the last week of my pack and decide to, rather than fight with the local pharmacy, because I don't know what, they don't have, anytime I need shit from there, they have to order it from somewhere else and it's never on time and it takes forever. And I'm just like, I'm kind of done waiting on them. I have this whole benefit where I can get my prescriptions for free, Express Scripts, and I need to start utilizing Express Scripts because they will automatically send it to you and blah blah blah. Or was that through Express Scripts? There was one medication that I had overnighted to me, either that or they sent it to a local pharmacy and I was able to pick it up that day. So I was like, I need to utilize this. It's got to be more convenient. So I put the order in and they're like, okay, yeah, no problem. They change it to a generic form, which I don't like, but whatever. They changed it to a generic form and then they had to reach out to the doctor, which I don't know why, because the prescription is active, whatever. They had to reach out to her, and then it took fucking 2 weeks for it to even get to me. So naturally, I ran through the last week of my birth control that I had already, and then it took another 4 or 5 days for me to actually get the prescription. So what happens? Of course, I started my cycle, and I'm like, this is what I was trying to avoid. Now I have to start everything all over again. And I could feel it. I could feel the change in myself. It was I promise you, it was 24 to 36 hours after my last pill that I felt all of the feelings in my body. I've been crying all week and there's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfectly fine, but I've just been so emotional and crying and irritable, and I can't sleep and just moody and in my head about everything. I mean, the way that I have been fixated on certain things that have happened with my friends and shit that's happened at work, and just fixated on stuff that normally I would be like, well, it is what the fuck it is. I have not been able to stop thinking about it. So with that estrogen drop, which pissed me off, and then now I've been going through it and I'm like, okay, well, there goes, I don't know how many eggs I just lost, but there we go. And then I'm tired, I'm not sleeping well, and that's not helpful. I've been doing my best with trying to eat as best as I can, but I'm tired of cooking, I'm tired of cleaning. Basically, I'm glad it's the weekend, because I'm just glad it's the weekend. But I do have to go back to work because fucking work. I don't know. I just ranted to you during my lunchtime, and I'm so sorry. Not feeling 100% my best, and I just mean why did I do that? Ugh. My allergies are kind of acting an ass this morning, but anyways, I just needed a friend. Again, I've been needing friends all week, but I needed a friend in this moment, so thank you for putting in the time today. I appreciate it. I'm going to the movies tonight, and I can't wait. I want to skip to that. I just want to fast forward the day and skip to the part where I'm at the movies having a good time. Damn, I don't want to go back, but I have to. All right, I'll catch you later, okay? Bye.
In a fucking restaurant, probably a different kind of little.
That's not what I meant.
What did you do?
You're here.